where I stand on it now, like commissions ain't really my bag because along that line, that path of doing commissions, I feel like you run into a lot of people that don't want your work for your style. They want a person that paint.
At this point in the story, in your story, you're doing you've done your first commission. Are you actively looking for more commissions, or are you just doing like where's your mind frame at in terms of being an artist?
So in the beginning, I was just trying to do whatever I could for people to know that I was doing this because I was working in a tire factory, like legit rebuilding tires and sending them down the line for like 4 years. I'm trying to get out of that. So I get this commission and I started to go down that, like, I guess you would call it like a Instagram artist. Like I was painting celebrities and tagging them, like just trying to get seen in some way, shape, or form. And like I'm still in PA at this point. Like I don't have access to a real hub or anything like that. So I'm using the internet, learning how that works. Cause again, like I was in the middle of nowhere, not caring about any of that type of shit. So it went from that to like kind of forming my own style. Like I was painting over pictures, tagging people in it, painting like memes and shit. Like this things that I consider real immature at this point. But I didn't know, I only knew what I saw was getting reactions. So I was leaning on that. And then in that, I found my own style. And then I decided I'm gonna come back to Jersey, leave PA, come back to Jersey, pursue this thing full time, like try to get into the field of art, working. And I did a couple more commissions in between, like when I needed bread. But where I stand on it now, like commissions ain't really my bag because along that line, that path of doing commissions, I feel like you run into a lot of people that don't want your work for your style. They want a person that paint. So it's like, yo, can you paint a picture of my dog? Can you? And I'm like, I don't like that shit. But at the same time, I couldn't be mad at it because there was no foundation. It wasn't enough foundation for somebody to be like, I like your style of work. I just want to come look at your stuff and get a painting, you know? So then I started making merch to kind of bridge the gap because it's like, I don't want to do commissions and y'all don't understand what I got going on now. Like, you don't understand how fire this shit is. So, like, I'll make you a t-shirt or a hat because like, you'll spend $25 to $30 on a hat, t-shirt, or a poster before you give me the 5-piece I need for one of my paintings. So I started building that up. That's how I came up with the Young Retrograde moniker, the Retrograde projects, like online studio thing. I was dropping, shooting stuff for that, like all self-taught. I got a job at a screen printing company. They was hooking me up. Shout out to Andy. Yeah, I just kept following that path. Like, make sure I had a job that I could learn from and incorporate into what I was trying to build. So I went from screen printing to the printing frame shop to registrar for art storage and just building connections, you know, running into people that knew about art history and could tell me like, yo, like you really got something here. Like you need to do more of this or less of that. Like studying architects, yo, the blueprints, the greats. So where I stand on it now is like, I want to be one of them. Like when I'm gone, I want to leave that same type of legacy. Like I want you to look at something and be like, nah, that's a Miller. That's a Young Retrograde, a Star Baby. He's one of them.